Hey man, what's up, man? It's Terrence Bailey calling from Maryland. Um,
What's going on? Talk
hey,
to me.
I the the message I said I was talking about McDermott, and I said look him up on YouTube. There's a
Oh,
video on YouTube from a fighter. Uh, it was interviewing a fighter. He's retired now, named McDermott, and the title of the video is called "I Still Believe I Beat Tyson Fury." Tyson Fury had two fights with this guy named McDermott. The first fight, um, John Fury even told this guy, "You beat my son." Now
wow.
the second fight they fought, um, there was some trickery involved. Uh, they went into the fight. Right before the fight, Tyson Fury paid the promoter and the referee. I think he paid either the promoter or the referee £5,000 in order to um, let him switch his gloves. Now they told McDermott that he was only switching the color of the gloves, but what they actually did was they switched the gloves completely. It went to a lower weight, and Tyson Fury had put on a whole bunch of weight. The same thing he did with Wilder, and um, and then when McDermott actually found out, he was like, "Man, I ain't fighting, man. Bump this. I'm walking out." And then the promoter said, "Okay." They had like a packed house, and the promoter said, "If you walk out of this fight, we're going to sue you for every ticket sold." So McDermott was like, "Okay, you know what? I beat him the first time. I can beat him this time."
Yeah.
So McDermott went in and he fought him and got knocked out.
Wow. Man, hold
So
on, man. I appreciate you, first of all, for giving me this information, man. This is definitely going to be a separate video that I'm posting. But first of all, I remember actually seeing Tyson Fury leading up to the Klitschko fight. He said, if I don't fight with these gloves, and he basically was talking about the same pair you talking about, he said, I'm not fighting Klitschko. He said, either we fight bare knuckle or we fight with these gloves that I requested. I already agreed to fighting him in Germany and all the above, so at least he should let me fight in these gloves, which is the gloves he could obviously punch from inside of the glove and tamper with, right? So, like I said, man,
exactly,
Tyson Fury, he got busted red-handed. I mean, you have a world champion. Steve Cunningham said that I've been boxing since 1996, and I never seen somebody throw a hook and the glove rotating 90 degrees. You have Joey Spencer talking about his past, how he fought somebody that utilized the same cheating tactics as Tyson Fury. You have so many fighters and so many athletes and even trainers, TMT trainer Cooper, displaying how he could have easily cheated, right? And like I said, all these facts and all these proofs showing footages of Tyson Fury tampering with gloves and sparring and fight night, and the Tyson Fury own sparring partner speaking about it, showing footage of the glove itself, and they still want to ignore all of that and claim, hey, well, Wilder, he can't box, man. Fury is 100 times better than him. If he's 100 times better than him, why he got to tamper with a glove to win? It's the $1 million question. So, like I said, man, I appreciate it. So go ahead, continue. I didn't want to cut you off. I just wanted to add to what you were saying.
oh shoot, man, it's your show. But look,
It's our
and
show.
and, and here's another thing too, man. Okay, Wilder only lost one fight. He lost one fight, right? And now everybody's saying, "Oh, yo, he should take this. So he should step aside. He should do this. He should do that. Whatever. What have you." Now that's a clear sign. The only thing they want to do is they want to get rid of Wilder. Now Wilder's career and his title is a consecutive title defenses and all that all is already Hall of Fame. If he's not first ballot Hall of Fame in the boxing community, then something is definitely wrong.
Right.
Now now with them saying all the stuff that they're saying about Wilder, they didn't say about Joshua. And what they with what they're saying about uh, Wilder, and then they turn around and they saying that all of a sudden now that that Fury could probably give Muhammad Ali some trouble.
Oh
You
man.
know, you know what I'm saying? they going playing crazy. They going back to the times of Tommy Morrison with this great white hope stuff,
Right.
great white hype. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've said it a lot of times on social media that Deontay Wilder is being Jack Johnson.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's, you perfectly said it the right way. I mean, now they're trying to compare him to Muhammad Ali, the highest, the greatest. When this man didn't defend his title, when this man ate wild boar that's contaminated, and that's if he ate a wild boar, because obviously his friend Saunders got busted, and his cousin Fury got busted taking steroids in the past. So in my humble opinion, if you cheat on more than one occasion, you can't be an all-time great, because you cheated on more than one occasion. Fury did it with the steroids, and now with the glove gate, and just to
and
point
cocaine.
out, and cocaine, because that have you taking all the punches like you Godzilla and all that. And just to point out, because you said they trying to basically strip Wilder of his legacy. One thing you got to keep in mind: the man tied Muhammad Ali record of 10 title defenses. Of course, Ali have 10 title defenses and 8 title defenses. He had 2 runs. But what I'm trying to say is this: I remember when like Wilder was putting everybody to sleep. Then they started crying and complaining about him not being technical. But with Floyd Mayweather, they cried and complained about Mayweather being too technical and not knocking nobody out, even though that was his 5th weight division. Now they
not taking no risk.
Yeah, now they complaining about Wilder being not technical. Now which one is it? Do y'all want to see knockouts, or do y'all want to see technique? So like I said, regardless of what these fighters do on the coincidental list, they damn if they do and damn if they don't. And I just want to keep you on the phone because I got a topic that I want to hop into, that I want to touch on with you. Now, people want to say that Wilder is pretty much over with, right? But
right.
I remember that when AJ lost, they said the same thing about him. But peep this. Who lost in a worser fashion? AJ or Wilder? From the last caller to the first caller, from H Money and all the above, man, I appreciate every single one of my Akhis. Split decision, episode 34 over with. We hit 20K. I always appreciate all the love and support. Like I always tell y'all, subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumber by the second, don't. And listen to these decafs, aka dumb casual ass fans / old media that don't.
You don't know shit about boxing.
And all the decafs that didn't want to call in tonight.
You better not duck me, son.
Don't duck me, son. You talk, but you ducking me on split decision. Y'all make yourself look bad. Like I told y'all, anybody can get it. Call me the can man. Anybody can get on split decision.
Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.
Akhi looking like Mayweather on split decision, 400 and 0. 400 debates, knocking out all these decafs, and a decaf won't do a damn thing about it. Come on now. Y'all make yourself look bad.